Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun, very fresh, soft look. We are going to be doing a first impressions using the Colourpop So Fly palette. The packaging is stunning. It's this kind of like dragonfly, flower, butterfly kind of theme. Well, it's a dragonfly, but I think it reminds me of butterflies as well. So it's this gorgeous like soft neutral palette with a little bit of colour. It is, as I said like throughout the video, a neutral palette with a pop of colour, but I don't know why I've been so interested to use this palette. I basically got this in the Colourpop mystery box that they had around like Black Friday, and I opened it and I was like, okay, I probably would have liked something, obviously I would have liked something a little bit more grungy, a bit more strong, but I opened it and I was like, okay, that's cool. I may just give this to someone when I'm doing my declutter, like keep it for my declutter, but then declutter it, and that may still happen, and I wasn't going to use it, but then I kept like picking it up and opening and being like, I do kind of like it. So I decided to use it, and I'm really happy with this look, by the way, and I'm really happy with the textures. It's Colourpop formula that we all know and love. I'm going to pop up some swatches now as I'm speaking actually, but it's a nice like dark to light. As I say in a lot of my videos, I like my darker shade to be matte and my lighter shade to be shimmer. There is two light shimmers, one I probably prefer over the other, but anyway. There is one sequin shade, Speedy, which is a matte with a sparkle, which I don't always understand, but I do have a plan for that in a look for my two looks on palette. You've got this gorgeous warm coral, the shade Dragon Tail, which is like the cool toned mid-tone brown. That is the kind of brown I love, so I'm very happy that that's there. And you've got two dark shades. You've got options. And then these gorgeous pops. So I used the shade FYI today. This kind of duochrome, like almost like a peach to a mint green sort of duochrome. And then the shade Wingtips, this gorgeous metallic teal, which I'm very excited to use in my two looks as well. But yeah, I don't know why I've been so interested in this palette. I'm not sure. I do like it. I really like how the look turned out. I think I'm going to get really nice looks out of it. Like, it's not my favourite palette in the whole world, but I do really like it. It's really, really nice. So I'm excited to have it in the collection so far. We'll see how she goes with everything else. Just before we get into the actual tutorial, my Instagram is linked down below where you can find all the pictures of my looks. I have a lot of pictures to catch up on, so bear with me getting these pictures up, but they will go up soon. But I do have a lot, so stay tuned for that and go follow it down below because I have a lot to post there, so there'll be loads of content hopefully coming soon. So yeah, I think that's all. Let's get into the actual tutorial to see how I created this soft springy look. Okay guys, so let's try this palette. I'm just very interested in this palette. I wasn't going to use it. I was going to like put it into like part of my declutter that I'm going to do eventually, but I keep looking at it and I'm very interested in it. So today I want to play with this kind of peachy shade. I want to use this duochrome, and I'll probably use like this middle shade here in the inner corner or something like that. And I kind of want to do like it mostly the coral, and then just like almost like liner with this, but like smoked out, if that makes sense. It'll make sense once it's on, hopefully, anyway, if it works out. I'm just very interested in the combo of these colours and just excited to see how it works. So my skin is on, my brows are on, and my eyeshadow primer is on. I've also got my blush and my bronzer on because I just kind of felt like putting it on for now, but everything is listed down below, and I'll go through my cheek products at the end as well. So I'm going to start with the shade Colourful, which is that matte peach, and I'm not going to worry too much about like along the lash here because I'm going to be applying other like liner and things like that down there. I mostly want this like across the top part of the lid. Oh, that's brighter than I thought it was going to be. Doesn't look as bright on camera, but in real life that looks quite bright. And I'm just going to start fluffing that onto the eye. Again, I don't really mind about down here too much. Once from basically this line upwards is even, and then I'll blend it out. I'm using a MAC 217 for this, by the way, just to kind of pack on and blend as I go. See, this palette gives me like such spring vibes. I know that's the point. It's supposed to be like really springy because like butterflies and like these kind of soft pastels and neutrals, and I don't know, it just at first I was like, oh, I don't think this is gonna be my kind of vibe, but the more I had it in my collection I was like, maybe I do want to use it and give it a try and see what happens. I'm just making sure all my edges around here are very soft. So I want this to be really nice and blown out. I'm just going to take a Lavender Luxe number 10 brush from BH Cosmetics, just like a small little pencil brush. Going to take that same shade Colourful, and we're just going to run that along the lower lash. I am connecting it out here, even though like I've got a gap here. I am still connecting this just so it frames the eye nicely. I don't know why I want to do like the liner this way, like I'm going to leave a gap and then put down like pencil and then the shadow. in my head, that's what I want to do. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so now I'm going to take my very small Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On eye pencil in the shade Demolition, which is like a really dark chocolatey brown. And I'm just going to like run this messily along the upper lash line, starting almost like tight lining in here. So it's nice and dark. Oh, let me get rid of the lid because it keeps falling off. And I'm just going to run that across the whole eye. Doesn't have to be perfect or anything like that. I just want to get a base of this down to give a little bit of depth and also bring out the duochrome a lot more in the shadow. And then while that's still wet and hasn't set down yet, I'm just going to take a small brush. This is from Beauty Bay. It is just says Hey Shorty. It doesn't actually have a number on it, so a small smudgy little brush will do. Your finger will do as well, just to soften it out so it's nice and even. Okay, so once I have my base for that down, I'm taking that same brush. I've just kind of winged it out a little bit as well. I'm going to take FYI, which is this kind of, almost has like a brown peach base and then like a shifts to this gorgeous like minty green. So I'm going to take a little bit of that on the same brush. I'm just going to go over this liner. Oh, she's very pretty. Very pretty. Oh, that comes out a lot more than I thought it was going to. Going over the wingy part as well. And I am just kind of softening it up with whatever's left on the brush, just kind of pushing it up a little bit onto the lid. So just give this like gorgeous gradient, like the shimmer like disappearing upwards in my eye. It's a very ethereal kind of palette, so I'm giving that kind of vibe with a lot of my looks. I do have at least one of my 2 looks, like not filmed, but planned for this. I kind of know what I want to do for it. Okay, that's kind of all for like the main look. I really like how this is turning out. I think it's just going to look really pretty and like a little bit odd, like in a weird way. I love it. So we're going to take the shade Skydive, which is this kind of more champagne-y shimmer. Like, you don't necessarily need both of these in the palette. This is a lot lighter. Personally, I prefer this kind of one where it's a bit lighter, but I'm going to use this champagne-y one for this like look, just to add something else to the look. And I'm just cleaning off that brush I used for the liner, like the shimmer. I'm just going to take a little bit of that on the brush, just picking up a little bit, and we're just going to pop this as the inner corner. It has a little bit of like a peachy sheen to it as well, which actually does go quite nice. So I'm very happy I picked this one over the other one for this look in particular. Be a nice face highlight actually. Probably not for me because I'm a little bit fair, but for like medium skin tone or like say like an NW20 or something like that, I think that'd be very, very nice. And I do not need any more highlight on my face, so I'm not even going to try any of them as face highlights right now. Okay, so that is it. I am going to jump off. I'm going to finish off the eyes, drawing a nice fluttery kind of lash for the fluttery butterfly look. And I will do my lip and I'll come back and let you know what I used on my face. Alrighty guys, so this is how I finish off the look. I've curled my hair. I haven't curled my hair in ages. Well, I feel like I haven't curled my hair in ages. It's because I got a straightener for Christmas, so I've been wearing my hair straight a lot. But I decided to curl my hair. I haven't tried straightening it or curling it with a straightener yet. I've never done that before, so this is just with my normal curling tongs. So yeah. Anyway, let's go through everything that I used on my face. So to finish off the eyes, super simple. You've seen like my upper lash liner and all that kind of stuff because it's that like smoky. The reason why I did the brown, by the way, I didn't say this during the actual tutorial, is because one, the darker base brings out the duochrome a little bit more, and 2, the darker base gives it more of a smoky lash, so gives the effect of me having a bit of liner on without me actually having proper liner on. But anyway, for my waterline, I went in with the Colourpop cream gel liner in the shade Honey Dude, which is the nude, and I just popped that on my waterline. My mascara then is my Urban Decay Perversion mascara, because I'm still using this until I use it up, because that's the way I use my mascaras. My lashes then are the Beauty Bay. This is my first time wearing these and they're actually really nice and really comfortable. These are the faux eyelashes in the style Flicker. So I wanted really fluttery ones. They were actually really wide as well, so I had to cut them down. But I wanted really, really fluttery ones. So they're really, really soft and they wing out a little bit towards the ends. And I really, really like them. I think they're beautiful. My cheeks then, which I already had on at the beginning. This is my bronzer, my Nabla Skin Bronzing Powder in the shade Ambra, which is just the lightest shade, just to warm up the skin a little bit, give it a little bit of a, it's like a satin finish, so it kind of gives a tiny bit of a glow. And then for my very glowy blush, I do not have any highlighter on. This is just all the blusher. This is the Kash Beauty Blush Sculpt Powder in the shade Sundance, which is this kind of pink with a gold, strong gold shimmer. It's a metallic blush, so like very strong shimmer to it, but more on the pinky peach kind of side with the gold. I love it. And then for lips, I did a bit of a liner combo and then the lipstick. So I went in with my MAC lip pencil in the shade Rosy Rim. I don't know if you can get this anymore, but it's like a corally kind of shade. Then just to give me an extra tiny bit of definition around the outsides, I went in with my Spice Lip Liner from MAC, which is just like a warm brown, just a small bit just around the edge, because this kind of corally shade can wash me out a little bit, so I just want a little bit extra definition. And then more MAC, this is the Luster Glass lipstick in the shade Sellout, which is just like a peachy kind of colour, and it's basically the exact colour of that matte. It matches really well. Okay, so this is our look. This is the first time using the Colourpop So Fly palette. As I said, I was surprised I was going to actually use it. I decided in the end that I am going to use it. I am quite excited for my looks that I have planned out. I really want to use Wingtip, the teal sort of shade. And I want to do a bit of a reverse smoky eye with some of the neutrals in here, just give a bit of a spin on using neutrals. But yeah, I'm actually quite surprised with the colour story. I knew the formula was going to be quite good because I have used a lot of Colourpop palettes in the past. I just recently used one as well, so I knew it was going to be a good formula, but I'm quite surprised I wanted to use this kind of palette because it is a neutral with a pop of blue, but in a slightly more interesting way. So yeah, very nice, very, you know, appropriate for this time of year, springtime, fun kind of things. So yeah, I'm so happy with this. Is it my favorite palette in the whole world? Absolutely not, but I really enjoyed using it. I enjoyed it, so I'm excited for my 2 looks 1 palette. So I want to know down in the comments below, what do you think of this palette if you do have it? Do you like these kind of like softer neutrals with a little bit of pastel, little pops of color when it's this time of the year, the more springy time, the more kind of like romantic end of the year, I always call this, because you've got Valentine's Day, and just it's all just very like soft, and oh, it's a refresh. Everything's very refreshing for the beginning of the year. So I do like this kind of style of palette for this time of year. So let me know in the comments down below what you think of this look and what you would use this time of year. If you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support, get me around to more people, and also let me know that you like the video, and I will continue to many more. And don't forget to subscribe down below to see all the wonderful palettes that are coming this year. I don't know if you can see it in the video, I've got 2 piles right there of the palettes that I'm going to be using this year, because I've been making a list of them to plan out what I want to do. But there's a lot. There's 2 piles. Two piles. More than last year just gone, and more than the year before that as well. So hopefully I get through them all, so I can say I got through them all. And as I said in the beginning, my Instagram is linked down below, where I'll be posting all the up close pictures of all of my looks. I have so many pictures of things that need to go up of like last year that I didn't get to post, so I'm hoping to get them all posted this year. I literally have enough for like every single day, like a post every single day. I'm probably not going to do that, just saying, but I do have that many. So go follow that down below, and go follow my TikTok down below, where I post all fun weird transitions down there. And I think that's everything from me, guys, so I will see you in the next video. Bye.